We were talking about being watched. Have y'all ever heard of remote viewing? So, remote viewing is basically what 11 does in Stranger Things. Now, she like goes outside of her body and is able to see different things. And a guy by the name of Ingold, one, two. It's a so the CIA project is Project Stargate is what he was a part of, and this is around the 1970s when he was working with the CIA. He was a claimed psychic. They first brought him on, got him to look out into space. He was telling them that there's a ring around Jupiter. They didn't see a ring, so they're like, "Oh, you're full of crap." So a few years later, they got some more shots, found that because of the gravitational pull of Jupiter, there was like a bunch of rocks ringed around Jupiter. So then they brought him back in. And the CIA agent was basically like, we want you to look at this spot in the moon. So he looked at the spot, looked like the moon, then he gave him another direction on the dark side of the moon. Now, when he projected himself out to that side of the moon, which he's written this all down in his book, he said it looked like a construction site.
Yeah.
It looked like a construction site. He was walking to go take a look. There was like a dome that was glass, like a mushroom, and he goes up to the window and sees a bunch of little gray figures, and they're basically just working. And he like looks up at the glass, and all of a sudden they stopped working, and they just looked at him, and they knew he was there. And so he's talking to the CIA agent of what he's seeing, and when he tells him this, he's like, "All right, pull out now." So he pulls out, and then he tells the guy, he's like, "You knew that they were telekinetic, it'd be that way."
Yeah.
It's
Imagine,
like, you knew they could do that, and he's like, "That's enough for today."
imagine the CIA agent just rips his mask off and he's one of the gray aliens. He's like, well done.
But back to that, like it's you when it comes to like remote viewing, it wasn't. It's not just like a BS story. The CIA put a lot of money into this remote viewing.
So I don't know if they're related or what.
The craziest story, like Force of Dark Side of the Moon, that's crazy. But another one was like one of the students from the school. They also remote viewed a USSR like naval submarine, and they gave them exact details how big the submarine